there it is. Huge, loud explosion. Me and my kids just burned some leaves out here or whatever, and been just the third time I heard it today. But I also heard it last weekend. And last weekend I heard two from the west, pretty powerful, and then an even louder one to the northeast. And I have no idea what it is. I have no air parts around. I have, it's coming from the sky, and it's very pronounced and powerful. You can just sense how powerful it is, but yet so far away. And I hope that picked it up. I finally got it on video. I've been trying forever here, past 2 weekends, and yeah. But that was it. I'm hearing about 10 to 15 minutes apart, and they're very powerful and unexplainable.
Asking what was that loud boom in Alabama.
Didn't take long for me to jump out my chair, 'cause I knew this whole world was doomed.
Then a little bit of a delay, and then a third boom.
Then information we've been able to gather.
The percussion inside, I could feel it in my trailer. It rattled my trailer.
Wall shook, the door shook, the window shook.
That's still the case for that boom, heard on November 14th by residents all over central Alabama.
It shook our house.
It's the sound.
Everybody's just wondering what it
I'm
is.
sitting in my living,
Just sitting in my recliner.
I heard two booms.
bam, boom.
We're all asking about.
Well, for the third time in nearly 3 weeks, people across Alabama are baffled after hearing something like this.
Yeah, what was it? Some of you heard at least two more booms like that.
Just like folks in Walker, Winston, Coleman, Blunt, St. Clair, Talladega.
Hey! What happened? I don't know. That was awesome.
Yet questions remain.
Even the man in the white button down and suspenders, he didn't have a clue.
With interest all over Facebook about the Bama boom.
I heard sonic booms before, and you're not gonna get 3 booms.
For the last several years, and some say longer, the Magic Valley has been under some sort of siege.
I would describe it as something similar to a sonic boom.
There's an audible boom, and then it shakes.
It's like this weird
vibration.
Yeah, the vibration.
From Buell to Burley, these booms have been best described as a bunch of audible
It just sounds like boom, and then like.
and feelable
It's more like this is the best sound I can give you, which is my hands moving. That's kind of what it seems like. It just.
sensations. Chelsea Skroback has only lived in Twin Falls for 2 years.
I just thought it was Twin Falls, right? It just boomed. That was how it was.
During her short time here, Chelsea says she's heard and felt the phenomenon about 30 times, always coming in a rash of resonance.
It got really frequent for about 2 to 3 weeks, and then it's just died off again. I haven't heard it in a while.
Chelsea noticed the last one happening on November 13th.
It's just a vibration and a boom.
She's also noticed she's not the only one noticing.
And it's been popping up on my Facebook, like, what was that sound? And I'm like, you guys are behind. I've been hearing this for almost 2 years now.
95.7 KEZJ.
For them to hear a sonic boom, our aircraft would practically have to fly over the top of Twin Falls.
Besides, Byron says, the reports appeared to be far too random to be attributed to military aircraft.
If we were operating normally on a day-to-day basis out there, and we are, and we're going supersonic on a day-to-day basis, and we are, then you would think that the correlation between the booms that they're hearing and what we're doing would be more regular, and it is not. That does not seem to be the case.
Leaving the real reason still up in the air.
It is a mystery just northeast of Denver that captured the world's imagination. A loud boom rocked the town of Log Buoy and several other areas. We aren't the only ones wondering what's going on. This is one of dozens of booms that have been reported around the world in recent weeks.
It stood out and definitely made me wonder what it was.
Those living in the Silver Peaks neighborhood report hearing that loud boom at around 9 o'clock on Monday night.
It wasn't just a small vibration, it shook the whole neighborhood.
And I got up and I was like, oh my God.
It's a big mystery, yeah.
It was very loud. I was just got out of the shower and I was sitting on my bed. All of a sudden I heard a boom, boom. It shook the whole building. And then my roommate, he came on, he goes, what the heck was that? I go, I don't know. So we looked outside. Maybe it could have been a car accident or something, but nothing.
It's kind of scary, kind of concerning that they can't figure it out, because that was a pretty loud bang, being that it shook the whole town almost.
Police department there saying they heard and felt that explosion inside of their police department, but again, they do not know the cause.
A mystery. We also talked to Brighton police. They're just as much in the dark as the rest of us.
A lot of people have called us asking about booms they've been hearing around southern Arizona.
But what was behind the mysterious booms? Hundreds of you have been telling us about them across southern Arizona over the last few days.
I'm here at an East Side neighborhood near Golf Links and Prudence. Now, locals who live right here and all over the city and county not only felt this boom, but heard it as well. Eddie Borquez and Michael De Silva have lived in this East Side neighborhood for years, but have never experienced anything like it before.
Oh God, she got right up next to me and just started quivering. You know, the dog can usually sense things.
The first mysterious boom happened Tuesday, 8:11 at night.
And it was really, really loud.
Then again, yesterday afternoon at 3:06.
I was actually thinking that was an earthquake.
Just felt like a big, almost like something hit our house, like something ran into it.
Base officials, they can't say if their planes actually created a sonic boom or not.
It's a mystery.
It's 6 o'clock, and here's what's happening. A mysterious boom shakes homes and rattles nerves. Residents around the region still trying to get to the bottom of the bang.
People throughout South Jersey said they felt something, but it was very intense right here in North Wildwood.
In between the cheers, all the chatter at this cross-country meet in North Wildwood Wednesday was about a behemoth boom.
So I heard this great big boom.
Everyone had a theory about the mysterious sound that made homes and offices shake.
I thought something fell on top of the roof.
Somebody hit the back of the building.
Yeah.
Remember? Like somebody crashed.
Thought that a crane or something like that had just dropped something onto the beach.
In other words, it was probably a high-speed jet.
They say it was not one of their jets that caused the boom. I've also called about a half dozen other military jet operations in the region. No word on what jet caused that boom.
That's the boom that rocked the region and still has people talking.
It was a big boom.
Mysterious booms have happened along the coast for decades, but some say this one was a little different.
Just more intense. It was a lot louder, and I've been on the beach, and you hear it, and your first thought's always, well, they're doing something at one of the military bases or whatever, but this literally shook everything.
Something out there caused the grounds to shake.
Folks all across San Diego reported feeling rattling and a boom. People throughout San Diego County say they heard it, they felt it. But what was it?
Well, we've been looking into this mystery to get some answers.
So this, as I mentioned, was not isolated to the folks here in Coronado where the Navy is present. Now, the Navy did tell us it did not come from the naval outlying.
Response 8 Gentry Way.
Channel 8 newsroom.
Call after call, Facebook.
I heard a loud boom, and I felt it also, and it rattled the house, so it, rattled some things in the house, so I just figured it was an earthquake.
There was no earthquake in the area, according to USGS.
Well, were your windows rattling or dogs barking as you sat down to eat breakfast this morning? If so, you were not alone. Many of you reached out to us by phone and online to report hearing loud, house-shaking booms this morning.
Another one says it was so loud that I walked outside to make sure that everything looked okay.
A big boom caused concern and confusion last night.
I spoke with people who not only heard this, but felt it.
Oh, to the core, as they described, also describing this as very intense.
Besides a gust of wind or a barking dog, Northwest 31st Street in Cape Coral stays relatively quiet. That's why the commotion Sunday night is causing a stir.
And all of a sudden there was this huge boom.
A few houses down, the same story.
And just this intense boom. It shook our house. My husband ran inside to check on us. My son's sippy cup actually was knocked from the kitchen table.
Stephanie Burkow was getting her kids ready for dinner. She not only heard the boom, but felt it.
You could feel it in your body. It wasn't just external things. You felt it to the core.
But what it was remains the question.
Twitter was buzzing about loud booms once again on Friday, this time in Florida. The latest in a slew of reports about mysterious booms from around the world. You can see there at the bottom of that tweet, Michelle said, scared the daylights out of us. Back on November 20th, loud booms heard in Colorado were later blamed on an oil storage tank that blew its lid around the same time the noises were reported. This time, a media outlet in Orlando, WESH-TV, reported the sonic booms were believed to have been caused by the military flying F-15s.
So, is it the Air Force? And what are they doing?
Is that something that commonly occurs? I mean, do you get a lot of phone calls?
No, not typically.
Byron Schmidt is the airspace manager for Mountain Home Air Force Base. He and science says their airspace is too far from Twin Falls to really have any effect.
For them to hear a sonic boom, our aircraft would practically have to fly over the top of Twin Falls.
Besides, Byron says, the reports appeared to be far too random to be attributed to military aircraft.
Southern Idaho's New Country, 95.7 KZJ, Sugar Land, Baby Girl.
Brad Weiser has been in Twin Falls radio since 1987, but he first started hearing these booms about 10 years ago.
It's usually felt as well. It's felt just as much as it's heard.
Brad says he recently realized how far-reaching these feelings went after the event on November 13th.
We asked our audience, and the phones went crazy and said, yeah, we've heard this. Southern Idaho's New Country, 95.7 KZJ, John Park.
Brad says he's also heard rampant reasons for them. And while everything from construction to weather to earthquakes have been debunked, that doesn't stop the speculations.
The mystery remains.